It's the greatest extravaganza in sports entertainment. Welcome to WrestleMania. It's also the night when the McMahons will finally get their revenge. The champion has been outed relentlessly for months. One way or another, it all ends here. Yeah, in Hell in a Cell, the most diabolical match ever invented. The most powerful forces in sports entertainment collide tonight, right here at WrestleMania. I don't even want to think about how humiliating it would be for SmackDown's champion to be our champ in the main event at WrestleMania.
It disgusts me too, but let's face it, we'd better get comfortable with the idea, because that's probably what's going to happen.
He has endured the worst the McMahons have had to throw at him for months now. Hell in a Cell is his final challenge. Does he have what it takes to end this once and for all?
Honestly, I doubt it. I give him credit for getting this far, but let's face it, this is the end of the line. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the Divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
You gotta respect the
Up the turnbuckle he goes. I hope he knows what he's doing.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
I can't believe he just did that! He just threw his opponent right off the cell!
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
And here's the pin!
I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King. I've always found Batista to be extremely intelligent. You don't often see anyone put anything past him. In the ring, he picked up his opponent without any effort at all.
Oh my gosh! And then dropped chest first onto the security barrier? Talk about manhandling someone. There's the reversal. After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
It looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man! What a choke slam! That'll do it, JR. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these
30 feet straight down. Someone's got to stop this thing.
Uh-oh. I think we know where he's going with this, JR.
What a sickening choke slam. All the way to hell. Can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament?
2, 3.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. He did it. He retained the championship.
I knew he could do it. I was backing him all along.
King, I'm in such a good mood that I'm just going to let that one slide.
And I'm in such a good mood that I'm just going to pretend you didn't just accuse me of being less than truthful, JR.
I have to think that even Mr. McMahon has to realize that this man is a force to be reckoned with.
Mr. McMahon's a smart enough businessman to know when to write off a loss, and I don't see how he can do anything else after this.
What an incredible night for Raw, and for that man right there.
After tonight, no one can say that he's not the best of the best. My crown is off to him.